So Michelle at the Creative Cove has led me down a rabbit hole. Thanks, Michelle. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. That's my name, right? Darcy's Yes, welcome to my channel. So she was playing with labels. I will link her video and her channel down below. She was playing with labels, and so I came to play with labels this morning, and was trying to be as free as possible, not carrying. That's what I like about these labels, because I get them pretty cheap at the thrift store. And so her little mixed media ones were my favorite ones that she made. And then I was doing some doodling as well. And you know, you can see that on some of these, I don't love them. I mean, I'll still work on them, and might be able to use pieces of them. But I was just playing. I did use one of these already, and I forgot to take a picture of the card that I made for my gram, and it's already gone. So, oh well. Maybe she'll maybe my aunt will take a picture of it for me if she watches this. I was just trying to be free and not worry about things and not care, and it's just good practice. You learn your materials you work with, you learn what you like, and stuff like that. So I figured I'd do some of that with you now that I've had a good practice. Also, I was thinking of, I was gonna make some bases for cards for my gram, and that's not even what I ended up using. So like, that's what all these pieces are here. And then I was like working with the color combo for Maker's Creative Collab. The color combo is indigo, green, and yellow. So I'm gonna do that too with my pieces, because why not? There's a couple more pieces that I made. Played with some of the coffee grounds, because I'm not done playing with the coffee yet, apparently. And oh, I'll show you I did make a couple covers. So this one, I used a snap. I sewed a snap on. It's not like neat and pretty, but it closes. So this one will be like a tall journal, and it's like a really soft, it's just 2 pieces of fabric with the quilt batting in between. And apparently went off kilter a little on the top. There's the quilt batting. Huh. And then this one has the Amazon packaging in the middle, and some ticking on the outside. So I thought I'd just show you those real quick. I get these at the thrift store. Like these round 1 and 2/3 inch diameter round ones were only $1.49. Check out your thrift store. But these are the ones, the 4 sheets per label. You read that, right? I don't have to actually say the words. See, Gail, we all have problems with words. Samesies. I told Gail, I said, I would never laugh at you having trouble with words, because samesies. And she got a kick out of that, because her granddaughter says samesies. So that was cute. That was a little interaction I had with Gail today. I love it. I love her. Let's see, Gail Gustinelli, if you're not sure who I'm talking about, I'll put her, if I mention people, I try to remember to put their channel down below so that you can find them easily. So these are just the 1 inch by 2 5/8 inch. Also got at the thrift store. All these were from the thrift store, because I see them and I buy them. I can't not. And then, so these just kind of sit over there waiting for something to do, and then Michelle comes along and says, just do some little mixed media on it, you know? So she started with graphite pencils. I have graphite pencils. I think, which one is the one that, this is one I haven't used yet. And it was like, I'm gonna use my non-dominant hand too, and just, ooh, I kind of like that. That's kind of fun. Oh, apparently using my dominant hand is not much better. Yeah, I don't care. It's all good. And then just scribble, do whatever. Don't even think about it. Just maybe remove your ruler from out. I've been playing. Can you tell? Now, when that gets wet, it's going to move, because, you know, it's charcoal. And why do I have charcoal pencils? Because I always have this idea, Sally, this must be the one she was using, because it was like really dark, and I was like, whoa, that's dark. That was cool. What is that one? That one is medium. This one was the hard one, and the soft one, and of course, if you really want to make a mess, use these ones. You know. Yeah, this is just a little kit, Dale Rowney, that I got on Amazon at some point in time, because I thought, well, I'm going to use graphites. No, I'm not using graphites. I have never used graphites. Oh, what was the next thing? So she was just grabbing stuff out of her. I'm using the color combo, right? That was black. I have an indigo in here. Combo. Really needs to be sharpened, but you know, that's all right. I'm just not gonna worry about it. That's the thing about this, and I'm doing what she said. I'm being free with it. I'm doing more of that child's play thing like I've been doing. So getting some indigo on here because I can. Because why not? Definitely need to sharpen that, don't I? Alright, move that off to the side so I can find it. This one is leaf green. I think it's kind of a green that I would want. So I'm kind of drawing like wonky leaves, I guess. So these are the Derwent ink tints. I believe after you get them wet and they dry, they become permanent. So there's that. And then this is just the top-notch matte white acrylic paint. And I also have this folk art matte acrylic paint. You can use any. You can use gesso. You can use what you got. That's what I'm saying. Just use what you have. And yep, I'm just gonna get some of that out to use. That might have a little bit of blue on it still. I don't know. And then I'm just gonna do some different things on each one, because when you play like this, then you get to see how things react together, and you learn about your supplies by playing. You know, if you saw my short the other day, you heard me say that. So if you have new supplies you haven't tried yet, just get them out and play with them. Don't be afraid. You know, use your tools, use your supplies. You know, write in your paint, do whatever, do all the things. Kinda. Alright, she did say not to go over the edge with the paint because it's like glue, and but you know, if it gets stuck on there, all you have to do is just cut it out. It'll be fine. Alright, I'm just kind of cleaning off my palette knife now. There's like stuff coming off of there, and it's giving me some good stuff. Now I'm just kind of scraping it hardish and then flattening out my... So that'll be an interesting background, and it'll get, you know, torn out of here, cut out of here, or whatever, and just be like super interesting. So there's a start. I'm going to let that dry for a minute and do another one. And let's see. So what if I just go ahead and start with some gesso, white, matte paint, whatever. Just kind of a base. Yep, I'm probably going to have to cut mine out, but that's okay. I kind of like what I'm getting here with my dirty palette knife. You know, you never know what you're going to get around here. You just never know. There's nobody knocking. It's me trying to get paint out of the thing. And just, you know, getting more interest on this drop paper under here. What is drop paper? Drop paper is this paper under here that all my paint and inks drop onto and then becomes something interesting to do later on. And why do I put this down first? Well, first of all, you see that it has some color, so that's interesting. But also, if I'm going to use like inks or anything, it's going to take differently on the paint than it does, now I have all this, than it does on the paper. I'm going to set that over to dry just for a minute. And then I like these even more because you can't hardly see them, so you don't know what's going to end up where. I think the ones I made last time, my favorite ones might have been the ones with alcohol ink. Oh my word. So maybe we should just pull out some alcohol ink. We're doing the color combo though, right? Which is indigo blue, or indigo, yellow, and green. And I am not using the regular yellow and regular green that most people would think to use. Because it didn't say you had to use a specific yellow or a specific green. So I'm using, well, I was using, oh, here it is. Yeah, not yellow ochre. I was using yellow ochre earlier, I think. But what I want is, transparent yellow oxide is what I wanted. And I'm just gonna spread some of that on there. After. So it's more orangey yellow, but it's still yellow. I mean, it's got yellow in the title. So does the yellow ochre. Well, let's just see the difference. Because why not? Do a little bit of both. And then this one is the yellow ochre, so it's just it's only slightly different than the other. I did not use golden paints on any of my labels last time. Oh, those will be interesting. Just gonna, that one was the transparent yellow iron oxide. I didn't know what I was gonna do for my color combo this month, so thank you, Michelle, for your inspiration. And I hope you guys will go check her out. She does some really cool stuff. I totally can recommend Michelle of the Creative Cove, and that's yellow ochre. So 2 yellows. I mean, I could do a brighter yellow too if I wanted to. I don't want to. And the green I'm going to use is also going to be in this color family with the more muted green. It's okay. That's all good. All right. So moving on to this. Do we want a little yellow in the background? Okay, so on this one though, I think I want to use the yellow a little bit more, let's see, more like it's an ink maybe, but I'm still going to apply it a little bit with the palette knife. And then I'm going to spray it with water, in case you're wondering where I'm going with it. Maybe not all of them. This one I might leave how it is. These two down here, I'm thinking just adding some water and letting it spread. Oh, look, string. Yeah, I've been sewing, can you tell? So that's gonna give me some movement on there. So those bottom ones movement, the top ones not so much. Do we want movement on the up? Now everything has to dry. Oh, I hate that. Do we want to spray a little? I think this is mostly dry. But I'm just going to put that water on there. And I'm going to take this one and just smush it down and see if any of those wet marks come up on there. Not really. But, you know, we'll see. Alright, letting those dry, letting that dry. Where's the other one? Is this one starting to dry? Alright, I do want to get some yellow on here. This time though, is this one? Oh, this is the bane. This one's probably going to go in the trash, so. Well, unless it works really good as a mark making tool. then it'll get to stay as that, but it's not getting used as what is this called? Oh, this is gonna look like a hazard thing, isn't it? It's not going to be used as yarn anymore because it's not yarn, for one. As thread. Words are hard. It's not going to be used as thread because it just kept breaking and driving me insane. Alright, I'm just gonna pretend that this is one big piece of paper and not stickers. It will get more on some than on others as the paint runs out, and I'm okay with that. I might prefer it. It will give me different looks, different strokes through the world. What if I Alright, so now we have some yellow on it. Yeah, that should see all the color combos there now. Except metallic. I don't know what I'm going to use for metallic yet. I don't know if I can dry these with the heat gun. These are dried up here, so I can play with those for a minute. So, let's see. Might use the green last. I really should probably. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm going to use this one on here. But I'm going to use, it's for my indigo because it's pretty similar. My Payne's Gray, my golden Payne's Gray especially. I'm going to use that on some of these other ones. So, what do I want to use for it? Some mark making of some sort, maybe. First, I'm going to make a big mess. Oh, because that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Just gonna roll that up, because why not? Do I like it? Not sure that I do. Oh, that one. Why didn't I set it on there? That would have been better. Sorry, I realize that's really loud and obnoxious. I'm aware. Sometimes we're just loud and obnoxious. And that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. And don't you believe it? There's that dendritic thing happening there, which I don't always like, but for this, I might leave it. Definitely gonna have to cut that one, aren't I? Let's, we got the smaller circles. Let's add some bigger ones. Just gonna treat this like it's one big giant. And then I'm gonna have to make something with it, aren't I? There we go. It's not on there it's not even on there at all that time. There we go. There we go. Overlapping. It's okay. That one overlaps that one. Now I want another one to overlap like that. And also, do you see what's going on over here? Can you see that? Yes, you can, can't you? You can. It's interest happening over there. Yes, 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 it is. Just gonna kind of roll that and get some random lines. Because why not? Alright, this one is quite busy. I'm gonna let that dry. And what might end up happening is that might end up with another layer of gesso or whatever. I'm just gonna make some circles of varying sizes, going off the page too, because why not? They're going to not all be on the same label. And also, I saw somebody making these yesterday. So, you know, if you saw something that inspired you, go ahead and play with those shapes. And then I might go ahead and and add water to that, and then you'll see what happens with the Derwent when you get it wet. I'm actually, oh yeah, it's my fault. Okay, just gonna put that in my water. That is probably fairly unpleasant. And just kind of get these wet, because why not? What was this one? Plant green or something like that? It's one with the tip. Leaf green. Plant leaf, same diff. Yes, it is the same diff. Unless you have that, unless you're the neurodivergent, that is very literal, like my son. He's the very literal divergent. I want to do this with these a little bit. Kind of blur the lines a little. If I do, I want to probably use a larger brush, because that will take all day. And I just kind of want to, plus this is going to make it permanent, right? After it dries, if it gets wet and then it's dry. That's what I've heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's the rumor I heard. And then it's also spreading that green a little bit. Maybe in the middle of my circles. Do I want them to be? Yeah, maybe. And then we can just kind of do this little green wash around the edges that we're getting from. Because that's not a bad thing. You definitely need to let that dry now. Which one is this one? Oh, this is the rectangle ones. This one's the circly ones. I want to add this green hue. I know, green and yellow, that's gonna be strong. I like green and blue better. But the blue's really strong, so I'm gonna do the blue on top in like smaller bits. Where's my, there's one. I thought I'd maybe brayer it. Whoops. No, I thought I'd maybe stick my paper in there. That's... Nope. I don't think that's what I wanted. I don't know what I wanted. I just wanted to get some green on there. That's what I wanted. Oh, and maybe a piece of paper, because that's fun. Also... Color Mist, Mr. Huey's Doris. They don't sell this anywhere. Well, not anywhere good, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to put this in a couple of places because it's a fun green. And just kind of spread that out. This is very green now. If you don't like green and orangey yellow, you're not going to like this. I'm not done with it. Don't worry. Far from done. But that was definitely kind of fun to put on there, right? And did I have gesso on there in the first place? I don't remember. Maybe something's different. Yeah, I did spread some gesso on there, didn't I? So now if I, not gesso, the matte white paint. If I do spread gesso or white matte paint again, it should wick up through it, into it. What is this? That is black. We don't need black yet. Let's see. I like this crustiness that the edge of the labels is getting. That's making me happy. Alright, so that has gotten very green. That is, and then this has all the colors on it now. They're just backgrounds. I kind of need to see what it's going to look like on something. On what? I don't know. On, let's find a journal. Yeah. While I was looking for a place to use these, I found this. So I kind of want to spray something through it. Oh, there's my forest moss. Let's spray some forest moss. Okay. Not everywhere. Just kind of here and there. I was looking for that earlier. I couldn't find it. All right. I like that. That added some more green in a subtle way. Maybe we want to do that some more. Except for... No, don't. Or I was thinking, you know, turn this upside down somewhere, but might do that on this one. And yep, they'll be backwards. That's okay. That was a ruler that just fell. Things fall in here because even though I tidied last week, I did not completely tidy, and then I've been playing so much that it's all a mess again. So, and it especially won't matter because it's only going to show on, which one is this one? This one's this. Anybody remember what is what? I don't even know. This is the circles. So it's only going to show a little bit on each circle anyway. So it does not matter that it's backwards. All right. And now it's a little bit less bright. I don't know. It's I like that. I like the forest moss. You can't go wrong with the forest moss as a green. For me, I like it. I like what's happening here too. This is fun. Okay, that definitely is the color combo. I need a little bit of drama. Okay, I found this green and yellow page that I could put one of these on. Because you could just put them on a page, or you could make them into a journal card or a tag. And I think I have an idea of what I want to do with it. Let's see. Maybe this one. Alright, oh, that's kind of cool in there. So, yeah, even though it was a label, especially once you put all this media on here, it just doesn't stick super great. Alright, so I think I want to start down here, and I'm not sure how I'm going to make it stand out more how I want it to, but just kind of make a little foliage thingamabob. At the best of my ability, which, you know, it is what it is. Alright, here's the problem. So the stuff in the back is a little thick. And I don't necessarily want to have to color this in to make it stand out more. So I know you're thinking, well, what are you going to do to make it stand out more? Well, apparently I'm going to make it so thick that it will, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, maybe that would help it. Well, that helps it stand out, doesn't it? Now, what I should have probably done is done a little bit of gesso or paint behind that so it would stand out a little bit more. But I didn't. Once it dries, what I could do is kind of, I don't know, or just leave it. Lesson learned. Do something behind it before you try to draw it on there next time. Lesson learned. Okay. So, that's one way to use it. You could use it on tags, journal cards, make a pocket, add your focal point. Don't add a focal point. Have it be totally random if you want. I think with this, I was thinking of maybe doing more of what I just did, except there's no green on here yet, so now I can just kind of do it in green, and we'll see, and maybe even, you know, color them in. This is the leaf green. Yes, it is. And let's see, now let's wet that first with what, the little one. And then we might even draw this pink, this yellow thing right here might become a flower. Because why not? Let's see. kind of flower? I don't know. Whatever kind that's supposed to be. Potentially. I don't know. But if I do it all scribbly, then it thickens the lines without... Alright, that has to dry before I put this. This is a good pen. I don't want to ruin my Faber-Castell Pitt Partist pen. FUDE Nib Hard Black 199 asterisk 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 FH. This is one of my favorites. I've been playing with this one all day. Just so you know. So that has to dry. What about here? What do we want to do? Anything? Bueller? What if I now take out one of these markers and then lose them all? That is a bright green, isn't it? I do like that I can write that on the side. That's another plus to these labels, is you can kind of like off to the side. These are, see what the color is. These are oil-based markers. And so they're Permanente. They're Kaiser Permanente. This one is a Staedtler Lumicolor one, but it is also as bright as that first one I tried out. I don't think that's the green I want. I mean, that one, it's not as bad. That one is bright. This one is grassy. That might be the least annoying one. I know, how can color be annoying? Well, it can. It's one of these. This one has a little more blue to it, maybe. What if I use the brush tip? And this time, I'm going to draw it upside down. Because why not? If I had used my Tombos, it'd be moving and a grooving. And if I want to like maybe bring the green elsewhere on the page, I totally could. Why not? I'm not sure if that'll, I don't know what that'll do. So now we have this circle, which could be a fun little globy place to put something. What? I don't know. I don't like this green now. I don't like it for what I'm doing here. I want like a darker green. Do I have any in the Tombow? I mean, it'll make a mess of my... I can always go over this. That's why I haven't stopped messing around with it. That could just be... I don't know. When I think green, I think leaves. So we're getting some leaves. If I knew how to draw a frog, or if I had my little is it Cokie? Go. Little coffee there. Is that coffee? What was that? I don't know. It does not need to be attached to my brush. We need a third one. Is that what you're saying? We're going off the page with it. I don't care what anybody says about that. That is a different color on top of the yellow, isn't it? Need, oh, Posca pen would be helpful. That would probably be. Posca pens are just pens with acrylic paint in them. You don't have to get them. You can use your acrylic paint in a brush. That's always a possibility. Some people do that. Apparently not me. I mean, I will now. Because I'm just like, well, I've got brushes and I've got paint. Why not actually use them? And if I were to, I don't know. I just want really wonky leaves, apparently. Because that's just what I'm doing. Really weird. Weird, wonky. You know what I can never do, though? Is a nice thin... Alright, I guess we can't say never, can we? Because that's not, well, it's not thin now either, but... Maybe those are thorns, little leaves that want to grow. I don't know what they are. But we got some leaves happening here. I'll tell you that right now. Those are some leaves. Are they leaves? They are. Maybe they're peas. I don't know. Should we kind of come over this a little bit, maybe? Darken it up. Make a statement. That is a thick. She thick. Get in some moods. I'm not using the right brush is just part of the problem. It's only a small part of the problem. The rest of the problem is me. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Just kind of go over this, make it a better green, a deeper green, but we've got that other color underneath it, which is gonna give it like, well, marker marks, because what the heck was that? Something just flew by me. Me going around there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find something. Where's all my, there they are. I also have like dangerous pieces of, we have a little bit of this left, so let's go ahead and, I can't see these, can you? And do leaves the right way, you know, there's no real right way. Just kind of watercolor them on there. That wasn't right, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with it. It's all good in the neighborhood. We'll just doodle around it. Doodly 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 doo. Just trying to remember how to draw things. And tiny little, there we go. That one wasn't so bad. I know, this is not what you came to see, is it? Well, you might not be hating it though. I can't see what that is, can you? Oh, I had a brush I was using the other day that I actually loved for doing what I'm doing right now, attempting to do right now. It was a little filbert brush, I think, and it was working so great for that. And I don't, it's not in the cleaning jar, and it's under here somewhere. We don't have blue on this yet. No, we do not. I changed my mind. I'm gonna get out my Twilight ink, which is very close. I would say it's pretty close to indigo, and grab some stamps. I've got this weird one that I got on my walk, which I still need to make another stamp out of. Ooh, there's that one. There's this leafy one. Who knows what color they're gonna actually come out, because other inks have been on them, and I don't clean them, so. But what I like about this one, it's gonna go across several bits of they kind of look like leaves, maybe. I don't know. It'll be interesting anyway. We'll see how that goes on some of them. And then this one is just, well, I'm not very good at lining it up though, am I? I like that it's not perfect, because then it's more aged looking. Well, anyway, that's on a few of them, so you can see what that's going to look like. Ooh, how will it look on a round one? If I can find one of the, I can't even see where they are anymore. Oh, I see one. It's okay if it doesn't line up perfectly. I think it'll still be kind of interesting. Even if it's off, totally off. Alright, so when you want to see what you're doing though, you get them to stay on there and take off the rest of it. so that then you can see what it is you're trying to work with here. And this is where the magic is for these round ones, because you're like, I couldn't tell what I was doing where, and now I can, and it's cool. So I think I want some, I'm not dealing with that. All right, so these are green and yellow, a little grungy, we're good with that. Let's get a little bit of that in there maybe. Oh, let's try this paisley one. I think that might be a juxtaposition of delicate with the grungy. I could find that quite interesting. All right. I'm just going to put it on like this. Get a little bit better adhesion maybe, potentially. Oh yeah, that's cool. I love that. All right. What else? Let's do that on here too. See what's still left on the stamp. Might be something left on there. There was a little something left on there. Yep, I like that. All right. Do we want just to do some words? Does it matter which way we go with the words? No, you know why? Because we don't know which way these are going. So we're just, if we go sideways, we won't have to fight with the other letter, which you're not even going to be able to tell is a letter anyway. How about these? See, you can't even hardly tell there were letters on these once they're separated from their family. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Do we want to try to actually get one of those lined up? Oh, also, this is my weird stamp that I got. Let's do it on my walk one day, and it has some good grunge is what it has. I really need to get it made into a stamp. I just haven't sent it to Mariah yet. It's not my fault. It's not her fault. It's mine. It's not my fault. It is my fault. It's almost always my fault. If something's not getting produced, it's because I didn't do it. These are super grungy now. So if there was a superpower of being grungy, I think that's what I have, is the grungy superpower. And because I can make things grungy like nobody's business. Just love that. Don't know why. Because it's grungy. We do know why. It's the grungy look we like. This is a mess. It's alright. We're just going to embrace it. And I think on one of these bigger ones we could potentially do a daisy. We could even do the triplets. But if we can, like maybe in this circle here. And then if I want it to stand out some, I can come in with some white paint or something. Can I get any of this in? If I found my white Posca pen, that would be even faster, but whoops. But also this little gel pen, it is like kind of blurring all the stuff in the middle for me so that my flower will stand out a little bit more, even though it's getting pretty dirty when I do that. Haha, she said doo-doo. Yes, we are all just 12-year-old boys up in here doing our thing. So this is an interesting way to paint your flower. I'm not sure anyone else has ever done this before. I may be the first, but what it will do If I do have ink in there, it's just I write on weird surfaces with it and it doesn't like me when I do that. Here we go. I'm not even doing it perfectly or anything. I'm just getting some gel on there and then smudging it. And I do think it is helping the flower to stand out a little bit. What do you think? Did it work? Did I accomplish my goal of making those petals stand out a little bit more? I think so. It doesn't blend into the background quite like it did. Where's Yeller? Old Yeller. And then in the process of moving stuff, I cover other stuff up. Is what I'm trying to say. I mean, you could actually just use a paint and not have to do whatever I'm doing here, but or you could do what I'm doing here. Okay, this you can write on that kind of stuff. I'm just kind of sketching around this and do my little dots here to bring back the part that was the stamp, kind of, sort of, was the shadow. I don't know what it was, but you know. And we could even, let's see, do we want to outline this or not? Well, we're doing it now. So I just like really thinly outlined that flower and then added a little bit of gold in the middle. Used my finger like I always do. Yeah, so that one could be turned into a journal card now. I could even cut it down to be like that if I wanted it to, or I could keep that. The reason I did it down here, because that puts it in 2/3 of the bottom, leaving 1/3 of the top at the top. If you know, you know. I never went to art school, but you know, along the way you learn some things. So this is a very busy background. If you wanted to then come back through and lighten it up in some places, you totally could. Just add some white paint. If it's a matte paint, all the better. If it's gesso, even that's just basically a primer matte paint. Of course, I'm always, it's the middle that I want to. And as you can see, some of that other color is coming through. These little yellow things, you know, they look orange, but that's okay. They're kind of strong. I want to push them back a little bit. Is what I wanted to do with that. So that helped push them back just a little bit. Just use your brush, use your finger, use whatever. Your finger tools work. Acrylic paint washes off with warm to hot water. It's no big deal. Alright, so we've got these pieces plus the one that I put in here. Whee, where is it? There it is. That's where it is. So the color combo was indigo, yellow, and green, and then you can also use black, white, and a metallic. I guess you probably want to see me finish these, right? I think they're dry enough. This is the pen I want. See, I outlined that flower, so I can go ahead and just something just to brighten them up a little bit, because sorry, oh, it's reflecting red. Weird. There might have been some I guess because I don't know, that's weird. It might not be reflecting red to you, but in my eyeballs it is. Let's see, this, are we fixing this one, or are we just living with it in its absolute weirdness? Kind of was following the little what were they? I don't know what they were. This one doesn't work for me though, so what I might do with these is maybe just cut them in half and cut that piece, or just cut this off. You could do that. I could just, you can cut off the part you don't like. That's one about the nice things about this this way of doing things is yeah. I mean, you could totally do whatever you want to do. So here's what I ended up with. Oh, you want to see these? Oh man, that went way longer than I thought it would. So these you can see pretty clearly now. And they've got the blue and the yellow and the green. I love them. This one, it looks more orangey, but you know, it said yellow on the label. And I do like some yellow ochre with the navy blue. It's just, I don't always like it with green quite so much. Let's show what these, what do you do with these? You use them in your book like you do the other thing. You just put them however. Let's see, this one's got a little leafy thing on it. So we can just bring it in here and just put it down in the corner if we want to. And then if you want to come in and just kind of outline messily the leaves so it stands out more, you totally can. See, that one did a little better because I was able to get the stem thin. I should just not put the stems on. I should just do that with the black pen at the end. But so yeah, that's what one of those looked like by itself. I'm not taking them all off, but you'll see that me use them over time. So I hope you like that, and I hope you will go check out Michelle because she did really cool stuff too. She didn't do the color combo. That's why her stuff is also cool, because she's got more neutrals. I struggle with neutral. Some of those things I did this morning, that was me trying to do neutrals. Like, that's me trying to do neutrals. Because I consider this little seafoam blue, but there's also the other blue. I don't know. I started trying to do neutrals. It didn't last. That one, I don't know, had brown. That's a neutral, right? This one, I use paper in the back kind. You could totally start with some paper, glue it down. See, to me, blue is a neutral, so I don't know. But that's why I struggle with neutral. I start with neutrals, and then I start adding in all kinds of other colors. Okay, I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you.